It's now 10 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So today we're going to cover AgriLife's self-service IT system, which is housed on a site called AgriLife People. And we are fortunate enough today to have the creators of AgriLife People, software applications, Summer Wilson and Carson Pierce joining us. Both have been with AgriLife in an IT-related position since 2001, so they're very knowledgeable of and have actually developed a large part of what is our AgriLife IT environment. Just a few logistical announcements before we get started. If you have any questions, please pop them into the chat window as you think of them, and we'll answer all of them at the end when we do our Q&A portion. Today's session is being recorded, so if you missed something or you need to step away, leave early, or things happen, no worries. I do put the recordings on our website, usually the same day as the session. So sometime this afternoon I will have uploaded this to the site, and I will provide that link in the chat box at the end of the training for y'all. If you're not muted, please go ahead and mute your mic, and we'll move on. So this is what the next hour is going to look like. I'm going to go over some terminology that I'll be using a lot today. A very quick history of AgriLife People, a few stats on the site that houses the self-service IT requests. We're going to explore some of the functions of AgriLife People, and then I'm going to jump on ALP and we'll actually look at how to perform some of those functions. I'll also go over the IT services that are available in AgriLife People. And during that demo, I'll show you how to use our self-service IT request. And then the last 15 minutes or so, we'll answer any and all your questions. And I'll wrap up with a couple of reminders and our future sessions information. Then we'll be good to go, and hopefully y'all learn something new and useful. Like I said, a couple of terms, and I think I already used ALP, and I apologize for that. ALP is an acronym for AgriLife People. So it's a multifunction site that houses the self-service IT request. It houses the public-facing directory. It houses our internal directory and the onboarding and offboarding IT process for employees. The person or persons that manage your department in AgriLife People are called unit account managers. Frequently, they're just referred to as UAMs. I know when I was on the help desk, I used that term a lot and helped folks find who their UAM was. UAMs are responsible for onboarding, offboarding, and transferring people in ALP, as well as maintaining their unit, or if they have multiple units profiles, meaning office address, websites, phone numbers, fax numbers. All of that contact information that makes an office or a department accessible falls under the UAM's responsibilities. And when they're onboarding or transferring, a UAM will often add what is called a position role or an organizational role to a user's profile. These roles kind of act as tags, and they can place people in different groups that can be used for contact lists, as well as sometimes grant special permissions. Or in the case of the organizational role, they can be used to determine what IT services a person will be able to request. The position roles are things like county extension agent, or an agent's specialty like IPM, FCH, BLT, 4H. When we look at the contact list, I'll show y'all where y'all can get like contact lists based on that. I think there's 14 or 15 of them that have already been created and ready for you to download. The organizational roles, same thing. They can help filter contact lists. And like I said, they will also determine what IT services are available for a person. For example, a volunteer could only request access or be granted access to 5 of our IT services, whereas faculty and staff can be granted access to all 11 available services. Just a quick history to show y'all how far ALP has come. So before 2009, we just had an internal database that was only for extension, and my information is correct, it was solely for employees. It was not for the public. It was managed by one person, and it was called PERDER, and that's what it was until 2009. In 2009, PERDER was completely overhauled and was officially launched as AgriLife People. Now, it was not the AgriLife People we have today. It was pretty limited. November of 2011, ALP version 3 was launched, and that included a huge update that added the public directory and UAMs and their ability to manage units. ALP version 3.05, which was nicknamed Super ALP, was launched in June of 2012. And this version added the IT onboarding, the offboarding, and some of the behind-the-scenes auditing tools. 2015 was a very, very big time for ALP. In August, we launched version 4, which had just a whole bunch of new cool stuff. The language the code was written was switched. CAS authentication was added, so you could log in using your AgNet ID. ALP became mobile friendly in 2015. So before that, if you were trying to look at someone's contact information and you weren't sitting at your computer, it was a little bit rough. Some IT management features were added. And the core IT requests, which at this time had to come from UAMs, became automated and provisioned in near real time. User profiles became a little bit more customizable. You could add links, files, images, things like that to your profiles. Contact lists were expanded, which makes me very happy because I use them all the time. September 2017 was version 4.01, and that was the big key change. So our Wizard software team added the self-service IT system in this version. And so now here we are today, and we actually just launched ALP version 5.0 in March, and that brought a bunch of changes as well. ALP now has the ability to determine if and which Microsoft licenses an employee gets. You can add a link to your Instagram profile. The file size for your profile pictures has increased. The search matching has been super improved, which is really awesome. If you're logged in, you can see certain things that you can't see on the public side now. You can search by more attributes, like specializations, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. And the big thing, you can modify your own IT services, whereas previously only UAMs could do that. New IT services were added, so that's where we get that 11 number. And you can now see all of your IT requests, so not just ones that you have submitted since self-service has been available, but ones that have been submitted for you. So when you were onboarded and your unit account manager requested an AgNet ID or an email address for you, that kind of stuff, you can see that now, as well as the status of all of your requests. And last thing, we updated the automated emails that come from ALP to all of our new AgriLife IT users, not just new employees, but all of our new users, so like our Kohl's folks that are joining us. Y'all now get this very in-depth email that has helpful links, and here's where you need to go for this, and here's where you need to reset your password and all that kind of good stuff that you really need for your first day. Okay, so just a couple of stats. I noticed some of the names in here were familiar, so if y'all were with us on the AgriLife IT Services Environment session last week, these will look familiar to you. But I did want to include them because access and creation of these resources, Active Directory, Microsoft Teams, Texas Data, WordPress, Laserfish, email, they're all managed through AgriLife People. And so all of these numbers, 6,268 users, 2,897 Teams users, all of this information is managed through AgriLife People. So it's all, most of these are self-service. So it's just kind of cool to see how big of an impact this one site has. Okay. So these are kind of the boiled down functions of AgriLife People. Today we're only going to focus on those blue hexagons. If we have any unit account managers, I think I saw a couple in the attendees list, or any folks that are about to become like new Coles unit account managers. We are working on UAM orientation materials that will cover the functions in the gray that are specific to you. So keep an eye on your emails. We'll be announcing some of that as we move forward. So these are the 11 services I mentioned earlier. Blue boxes are the ones that you can manage yourself. The gray ones are services that your unit account manager has to modify or add to your profile. WordPress is a different color because the WordPress service has to be added by your UAM, but once it is added, you can submit your own request for what sites you need access to. So it's kind of a little bit different. But the 5 in the blue are the ones that you can manage yourself. All right. So now that we have some background info on AgriLife People, the site that all of our self-service IT requests go through, we're going to roll into the demo. Just to give you kind of an outline, I'm going to start with the search function, go through the public and private sides of the directory. We'll do some customizing on a directory profile so y'all can see what you can do with your own profiles. But I'll spend the majority of the demo time on the self-service IT requests, and then we'll take a peek at the contact list. If you want to kind of poke around out while we're going along, I think Jill just popped the link into the chat. So you can click on that and you can look for yourself. That's agrilifepeople.tamu.edu. So first of all, just check out this homepage. Summer and Carson have done a super awesome job of making this a very, very helpful site. All of these right here are going to be links to contact pages within ALP for these offices. Let's get back one. These bottom ones are going to be links outside of ALP. So this one, like it's going to have all of the contact information for all of AgriLife IT, and then this other one goes straight to our website. So notice I'm not logged in yet. This is just what I can see from the public side. I can see website, phone number, address, email if we had a generic one. I'm going to point out the logos on the bottom down here go to each entity. So if you're looking for all the contact information for Coles, you can click that logo down there, and it will have it broken up by unit, by department. All right, but I want to roll up here and show the search function because they did put a lot of work in updating it back in March. So you can now search by name, unit, entity, city, county, title, position, role, organizational role, specialization, or even a phone number, which is really nice. So like if you get a call from a number that you don't know, you can go in there and search it, and if we have it, it'll show up. Before I log in, I do want to, like I said, go over what's open to the public, and just a kind of a heads up. The Texas Public Information Act states that certain employee info is public information, so we have to have some transparency here. And certain contact info has to be available to anyone that comes to our directory. And I'll show you where you can get more info on that when we log in here. But when you're looking at this, this from the public's view, you can only see the search, browse, and 5 contact lists. That's it. So there's a lot more on the back end. So if I go in here and I'm going to search a typical profile here, and I'm going to look at Alan's profile. So this is pretty standard. The only customization he's done to his is he's added this little button to the website, which goes to our firstcallhelp.tamu.edu. But they're very, very simple. That's all it is. Now, if I go look at Jill's, I know she's done some customizing to hers. So Jill has gone in and added a very professional looking picture here. And she's also gone in and added some specializations of hers. These are things that anybody can add to their profile. So let's say I kind of want to beef up my profile. It's a little bit boring. So I'm going to log in. All right. And I'm going to go over here to contact details. So this right here is what I was talking about a minute ago, is the Texas Public Information Act. You can click right here and it'll give you more information on what's supposed to be public and not. If I ever want to see what the public can see, I can click this view button. But I can change anything in here that has an open field. So if my phone number changes, I no longer work at the AgriLife Services building, that kind of information I can change myself. And just a heads up, anything that shows up in red here, you cannot leave blank. You have to provide an answer. It will yell at you if you do not fill in the blank there. This is where you can do your customizing. I can add a photo, I can add links. I've already added the first call help. Let's say I want to add the first call Twitter page. Too many tabs. There we go. I want to add the first call Twitter page. I want to add my LinkedIn profile maybe. I can do that. I can go down here and I can add specializations. So I'm pretty strong in WordPress, so I can add that. I can add Cantaloupe Pecans. I'm going to add Canva and Photoshop. Okay. And now, so just like Summer and Carson has done a really awesome job of putting a ton of information on this site that kind of explains everything. Right here, it'll allow me to enter keywords, and these keywords will be searchable. So like I said earlier, you can search for folks based on specialization. So if somebody came to the site and they were looking for somebody with WordPress specializations or experience, they could search WordPress and I would pop up. You can add, the next 6 are totally kind of up to you. If you've got a general bio you want to add, any research you've done, courses taught. I added my education a while back, honors, publications, anything that you want to put out there about yourself, you can do. So I'll hit save on here. And then I can go ahead and hit this view button. And there we are. I've got a website, I've got LinkedIn, I've got Twitter. I'm looking very professional here. I'll move on to this next page here. So position info, this is stuff that you cannot change. This has to be modified by your unit account manager, your UAM. And if you're ever unsure of who that person is, there's going to be this blue box right here that lists them for you. And if you click on any of their names, it'll open up an email with their address already in the to field. So if you're ever unsure of who your unit account manager is, you can always go to your out and then position info. I'm going to skip active IT services just for a minute. We'll come back to that because that's going to be the focus of the demo here. But I did want to go over the requests. So I mentioned that you can view all of your IT requests. So I started in 2016, so every single request that's been done for me or by me is in here, and I can view the status. I can click on any of these and it's going to show me the details. So it's going to show me my domain, my email, all of that good stuff. If you have any pending ones, they'll be up here. And the status is going to be really helpful because if you're waiting on approval from someone, you'll be able to see that it hasn't been completed up here. All right, so we're going to go back to active IT services, and this is kind of a big page. This is going to be broken up into what you currently have access to, if there are any department IT services, and if you own anything, it'll be down here. And if you need to modify your resources, if you need to add another user, remove, that kind of thing, you can do that in here. If you are an owner of a shared resource, you can always go up here if you have any IT access requests, meaning somebody has requested access to your resource. If you don't, like currently I don't, you hover over it, it'll tell you you don't have any access or you don't have any requests. If you do have any requests, that'll be an active link. All right, so I'm going to click the big green Manage Your IT Services. All right. So this is going to, again, show you what you currently have access to. It'll give you the option to modify, remove, deactivate, or just leave it alone. You can request new services. If you own a team, you can modify your team, or you can request creation of new resources. And then you can change the date and time as to when those changes will go into effect. So like I mentioned earlier, and I'll probably say multiple times because I think it is super helpful, if ever you're not sure what a service is or does or is related to, you can actually hover over these little blue information icons and it'll tell you either what you can do or it'll kind of define what the service is. What this one does. There we go. So just from this one page, I can request access to a already existing shared mailbox. I can request an email alias. If I had a direct report, I could, in emergency, request access to their mailbox. I can request access to other WordPress sites. I can request admin rights on a computer. I can request to be I request designer rights for the D2L Brightspace online courses. Like I said, I can modify the current team that I own. I can create a new team, or I could create a new mailbox. And I did want to go over, so if a service requires approval from someone else, Summer and Karsten have put it in here. So when you go to click this box, you will see requires approval. And if you hover over it, I think this one does right here. There you go. Reminds you, you're going to have to get approval. So not every single IT service in here will be granted immediately. Some do require approval from either your immediate supervisor or like a department head. All right, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to do a little bit of like a request some new services. Like I mentioned earlier, grayed out, you can't modify, and it'll tell you you can't modify. So I think I'm going to request access to another WordPress site. I'm going to do something with the email, and there you go. So I want to request access to a shared mailbox. And I think I want to create a new Microsoft team. So typically, things will be ready like end of business day, but you can change it. I think you can go up to 6 months into the future. So I'm going to say that this needs to be done by Monday. And we'll do like 3 p.m. So this right here, you're going to search for whatever resource you're looking for. It'll be a drop down. I know that I want to do IT answers. And the name next to the resource is the owner of the resource. So Alan will have to approve my request. WordPress, I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to type in the first call site. New team, I'm going to, let's call it IT communications, if I could spell. And there's all of these descriptions under everything that tells you what you need to fill out, what information you need to provide, all that good stuff. And again, remember, if it is written in red, you cannot leave it blank. Different types of teams, make sure you kind of hover over these so you know what type of team you are requesting. I'm just going to do standard. If I need to set an additional owner, and I think we usually prefer that there's a primary and a secondary. So I'm going to put Jill as the second here. I'm not going to allow non-member, and what non-member means is outside of AgriLife. So if you needed to add someone who was not an AgriLife employee or didn't have AgriLife IT services. And that's not a very good reason, but you do need to provide some sort of reason as to why this team needs to be created, whereas the current team will not provide or will not work for you. And then as a resource owner, you'll need to go in and do your acknowledgement. So I'll put all of these. And I do want to point out every quarter you'll have to reaffirm. So you'll have to re-acknowledge. I'm going to hit continue. And this right here will tell me who needs to approve and what they need to approve. So I'm creating a new Microsoft team. My supervisor will have to approve it. I'm requesting access to a current mailbox. The mailbox owner, Alan Kirk, will have to approve it. I'm not going to hit submit. But in a normal case, you would hit submit, and then the people that are required to approve your request will get an email from ALF that says, please approve or deny. And then depending on what they say, you'll be granted access or you won't be granted access to your requested IT services. But I'm going to hit cancel. And they've also done an amazing job of putting in all of these, are you sure? Confirm. Are you absolutely sure you want to do this? So I'm going to hit yes, exit. and it'll put me back to my active IT service page. All right, so then lastly, we're going to go through the contact lists. And I may sound a little bit nerdy about these. I use these a lot. And I think that they're just super cool and very helpful. So we're going to hit this contact list drop down. You'll notice that there's a lot more lists when you're signed in. So remember, when you're not signed in, you only get to see the first 5, these 5 right here. When you're signed in, you'll be able to search, or you'll be able to grab lists for people based on unit, entity, role. You can grab unit heads, you can grab complete lists, or you can do custom contact lists, which is where I kind of live. All right, so I do have a bunch of lists already in here. Some have names and descriptions, some just have names. That's on me. So the sharing column right here is pretty cool. You can actually share these lists that you create with specific people. You can share them with everybody who's in ALP, or you can leave them as private. And then, so if you do choose to share a list with someone, they'll see it under a list that has been shared with you. So like Alan has shared this one for all of our wonderful Coles people. He went in and made that and sent it to me. So you can export these as an Excel file. You can go in, you can modify, you can delete, you can do all sorts of cool things with these. And you never have to worry about if it's updated or not. They will, anytime you hit that Excel button, you're getting the most up-to-date version of that list possible. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of create a new list here. All right, and I'm gonna, let's see here. We'll do it. All right, so this is where you're gonna share, not share, keep private. So if I hit share, I can actually go in and I can share it with either people, or I can share it with entire units, which is just very awesome. I can go in and I can select any or all of these fields I want. You have to have at least 3 fields. So if you were looking at just first name, last name, email, super simple, super easy. Or if you want everything, you want some things, rock on. You can make it whatever you need it to be. All right. So down here is where you're going to have your rules. So who you want to show up in your list. And again, you can go through city, county, entity, entire districts. You can do an organizational role. So like I mentioned earlier, if you wanted to, there it is. If you wanted to grab all of the student workers, you are more than welcome to. It is whatever you need to function. All right, and then I can just hit save. Oh, there it is. And I have a new spreadsheet. I have a new contact list. All right. Let's see. So I'm going to, whoops. I ran through this so many times and got it just right. All right, so I've moved a little bit faster than I kind of rehearsed, but so we are at the Q&A portion. So what questions do y'all have? We've got more time here. Do we have any questions?
Bailey, if I create a team, do they also add people to the team for me, or do I have to do that?
You can add people to the team when you go in and create that team. You can add them on that same page. Do we have any other questions?
You've got some in chat, Bailey.
Oh, okay. All right. At what point will we be able to log in and update our profile? Hannah, so when y'all get an AgNet ID, I'm not sure which department you're in or if you've been migrated yet. But so after you've been migrated. Okay, Sandra, when you create the group within the contact list, is this to use as an email group? Or, so you can export it as an Excel spreadsheet, and you can use that as, you can import that into Outlook as a email group. You mean like a distribution list, I think.
You can also, Sandra, with the custom list, you can export those to Excel. Some people will use those as for like a mail merge. If you're doing mailing labels, you can also you could probably build a email group for that, but those that would just kind of be you would have to just paste them in. It's a little bit different if you're trying to create an email group.
Do we have any other questions, comments?
This is Summer. Hey. I just wanted to make a quick correction there. You will have to add team members yourself. You cannot add those through the create form.
Oh.
You can only add an additional owner, and then once the team is created, you can send them the link or you can add them yourself. We don't manage team owners through ALP because it's a very fluid process.
Right.
And also, you can request access to WordPress yourself through the self-service, not just manage.
Thanks, Summer.
Uh-huh.
I think, Bailey, you were thinking on if you have shared mailboxes, you can pre-populate who has access to shared mailboxes.
Yes, okay, yeah. So I knew you could go in there and you could add members. Sorry about that. Yeah, that's for mailboxes, not teams.
Sandra, were you going to ask something a minute ago and I cut you off by accident?
No, that was fine. Y'all have answered my question.
Okay, any other questions? No? Okay. All right, so then looks like we're gonna wrap up pretty early here. So last two things, just a reminder, if you ever need assistance, you can reach out to us using the methods on the screen or by going to firstcallhelp.tamu.edu. You can email us, call us, do a live chat with us, or send a ticket requesting support. Links for all of those methods can be found in the footer on any page on our site, or by clicking Contact AgriLife IT up in the top. And then our last thing, our future training sessions and links to join them are all on our site. If you can't attend one or you would like to go back and rewatch a session, the links to join future meetings and past recordings, they'll always be posted. And I think Jill just put the link to that in the chat. Each recording will be posted the same day of the training under the description of the session. All right. I will be sending an email asking y'all to complete a short survey this afternoon. The survey takes less than 2 minutes. I think the average time was like 1:30. And I would greatly appreciate if y'all would fill that out. Your feedback helps us develop and adapt our content to y'all's needs. So the more information that we have from y'all, the more we know what y'all need and want. We can target and focus our materials and pages on the website and in these training sessions on what y'all actually need. All right, we'll do one last call for questions. Is there anything that you needed covered that wasn't covered, or nope? Okay. Then it looks like we're getting out early today. Thank you all for attending, and you'll have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thanks, Bailey.